Old Naruto. Who is he and what is he capable of? What interesting worlds and planets can be in the Boruto anime, and is there a multiverse? Enjoy watching. I think you have already seen some of my animations where old Naruto was present. I, as a true fan of this anime, could not resist coming up with my own versions of Naruto. Old Naruto is one of the strongest. He is strong due to the fact that, like Otsutsuki, he absorbed the Chakra Fruit. However, the true power came to him after he absorbed the genes of the leader of this clan. Thus, he became immortal, and this became his curse because of the difficult fate that he had, but he found a way to die a natural death. Due to his power, he slows down his genes and ages them, what allowed him to age himself. However, to his regret, if he started to fight, then his genes adapted and began to rejuvenate him. So old Naruto tries not to fight at all. If we compare his chakra volumes in size, they will be the size of a planet. I can release a separate story about the old Naruto, where I will tell his story and more about his abilities. But this is just a fan story. For example, there is Naruto with the original hairstyle, which we were shown back in the Naruto anime itself, when he was reading Jiraiya's book. I think he looks a lot better than he does now in the Boruto anime. Besides him, there is Naruto Uzumaki with a hairstyle like in the Boruto anime and with a hairstyle like in Naruto anime. Besides them, Naruto Uchiha, and so on. Also, I have a story about Naruto joining Akatsuki. I embodied it in some animation, and in this animation that you see, Naruto became the hero of the village of Rain in which he lived. In addition, some villages and their Anbu wear masks dedicated to the modes that Uzumaki used in his battles. I'm interested in your fictional characters. I'm sure I'm not the only one who came up with Naruto stories. I'm interested in your opinion. How do you like the design of the characters that you saw and the idea of the story? But why did I love creating my characters? Because I'm leaning towards the original multiverse in Naruto and Boruto anime. I think many of you have heard the theory that our universe is limitless. But if this is so, then sooner or later it must repeat itself. And judging by this logic, the multiverse exists. Since sooner or later, due to the fact that it is limitless, the same world will appear that already exists, only with small or large differences. In the Naruto anime, we were never told about the multiverse. But as for me, we were always hinted at it. Fillers that have nothing to do with the plot and sometimes completely contradict it. Moments like when Minato is alive or the Uchiha clan has not been exterminated. All these events take place in another world and the authors showed us this. Therefore, as for me, the multiverse itself in the Naruto anime exists. And there are worlds that are similar to the one where our 7th Hokage grew up. But in other worlds, his fate was slightly different. I understand that it's silly to theorize that the Boruto anime has a filler-only multiverse, but the authors are hinting more and more that this is possible. With the same god of Otsutsuki, Shibai, who consumed so many chakra fruits that he left his body and is in another world. And this is the most important thing. That the authors tell us directly that he is in another world. This means that other worlds exist. Not planets, but worlds, universes. And as for me, this is again proof that the multiverse exists, or at least, confirms the fact that there is another universe. It may not have Naruto in it, but it's a different universe. Not a galaxy, but the universe. About the existence of other planets, and that there are lives on them, the authors told us a long time ago. Since the Otsutsuki clan traveled the planets and absorbed chakra, but we'll talk about this a little later. So, it seems to me that the multiverse was demonstrated back in the 9th Naruto movie, when Menma was shown to us. I understand that it was a technique, and supposedly it was created by the infinite Tsukiyomi technique that Obito used. This is a Ganjutsu that he created himself. But in the movie, Obito said that he didn't think Akatsuki would be kind in this world, and that there would be so many differences. And again we are referred to the fact that this is another world. Then, we saw different versions of our favorite characters again when they were consumed by the divine tree. And if we think about what kind of tree it is, and why it is divine, then we will come to the conclusion that its roots suck life out of the earth, transforming it into the fruit of the chakra. However, it seems to me that the tree has another hidden meaning, and these are dreams that are seen by those whose chakra it absorbs. These are unusual dreams. They show Otsutsuki other versions of the worlds. Versions where there is chakra, universes that can be absorbed, and we were told that Otsutsuki were parasites. I think their purpose is to absorb chakra until they transfer to the world they need. Perhaps they were once kicked out of some dimension. But this is already too complicated a theory to talk about it. But for now, the information that we have, as for me, is enough to conclude that the multiverse exists. And in the future, sooner or later, the authors will officially tell us about it. But let's talk about what is known for sure. And these are the planets. We know that life exists on other planets, and Naruto's planet is one of the many places Otsutsuki have visited. And here arises, as for me, very interesting questions. What happened on other planets? What technologies? Were there shinobi? Are the people living there capable of using chakra? We know that all the unique techniques that are in the world of Naruto came from Kaguya. But where does she get Sharingan, Rinnegan, Byakugan and so on? Otsutsuki, when they eat a chakra fruit, evolve and create such abilities themselves? Or did these abilities, such as the Sharingan, exist in some clan on another planet and the Otsutsuki simply absorbed them? If so, then there are also people on other planets who can use unique abilities, just like technology, since, by eating the fruit of the chakra, Otsutsuki received not only genes, but also the knowledge that was on that planet. This means that Kaguya's clan is so advanced only because they managed to absorb a lot of knowledge. And that's incredible to me, and I would love to see another planet where we will be shown a completely different stage in the development of civilization. In fact, we could already be shown other planets, and they could be dimensions that we have already seen in the anime. The Shiki's dimension where he keeps the 10 tails, the dimensions Kaguya has been to, the place where Kanshiki and Momoshiki were, which even had the divine trees visible. I have a question, is it really for all the thousands of years, or how many there are a clan of parasites absorbing chakra? Those who began to fight with them did not appear. I think there are such planets, and Homura, being on the moon, was looking for them. And perhaps Jogan is not the strength of the Otsutsuki, but the strength of their opponents. All this can be summarized and come to the conclusion that life exists on other planets, and most likely, sooner or later, people from other planets will be shown to us. Also, the existence of a multiverse is 90% possible, since Shibai Otsutsuki himself is in another world, and if he went there, it means that he is either looking for a way somewhere or he wants to absorb chakra already there. If the multiverse exists, then Naruto from another world is also somewhere, and maybe not even the only one. Would you like to see alternate versions of Naruto for yourself? And do you think the multiverse in the Boruto anime exists or not? Write about it in the comments, it will be very interesting for me to read. But let's also talk about Kawaki and Boruto. In the manga, we saw that something was about to happen that would cause the younger Uzumaki to be plunged into sadness. And I have a question, what could it be? Basically, the animation of the old Naruto you saw was based on the fact that in the first episode of the anime, Kawaki moved Naruto and the villagers to another dimension. Therefore, in Konoha, he and Boruto were alone. Kawaki simply did not want to fight for the world they live in and left it, along with the rest of the living people on the planet, to be eaten by Code. But if you do not take into account that it was my idea for animation, then these events may well be embodied in anime, since the only way to escape from the infinite Tsukuyomi is to travel to another dimension. However, we know that there is another option, and that is to dispel this technique. Naruto and Sasuke were capable of that, but they lose their strength, I think specifically so that they themselves cannot dispel this technique, and that the only one who can do that is Boruto, and maybe Kawaki. However, he doesn't seem to want to, and Boruto quite possibly won't be able to, and I'm very interested in what's coming next. Most likely, Kawaki will indeed leave the village, and it is he who will leave a scar to his named brother. But why would this happen? What will make him do this? Perhaps he will learn that it is possible to absorb Shibai Otsutsuki's body and become stronger, and in order to protect Naruto, he will want to do so. In any case, I'm looking forward to the next chapter, since the events that Boruto saw in the manga are likely to happen soon, and after these events, we will see the long-awaited time skip. I hope you enjoyed this video and put likes. Also, subscribe to the channel. Good luck to all.